decluttering, but not seeing much progress. You invest time and energy, yet the lack of results makes you lose motivation and momentum. The truth is, no list, no schedule, no system can often mean very little progress and sometimes no progress at all. The secret sauce is in the planning. So grab a coffee and a pen and let's jump into 3 simple steps to creating your home decluttering plan. For step 1, you're identifying all areas of clutter. I want you to actively, not from the comfort of your couch, I want you to be involved actively in this process. You're going to walk around your home, and you're going to identify all areas of clutter. If you want to be like an A++ student, I want you to take photographs of each room. Many of us experience something called clutter blindness in our homes. So yes, you are aware that you have clutter, but you don't realize just how much of it you have. Because we live in our homes day in and day out, and we become desensitized to the sheer amount of stuff. So human beings are incredibly adaptable creatures. So even though you are feeling anxious and overwhelmed, and maybe even sometimes sad in your space, to a certain degree, you become used to it. You become used to the life of living in a very cluttered home that's impacting you. So you sometimes don't it's survival. You don't realize just how bad it is. And I don't recommend, taking photos of the home to make you feel bad or uncomfortable or sad. I'm hoping that by doing this, it'll help you to commit to decluttering. It'll motivate you to kind of tackle one room at a time. The other thing is that it also, before and afters are incredible. So a lot of times when you're decluttering, because you're in it, like you're deep in it, it's like a hot mess everywhere. By the time you reach the other side, where let's say you've decluttered an entire kitchen, you've almost forgotten what it used to look like. Having that comparison of before and after is incredible. And you all are going to have such amazing transformations. So yes, it's to combat clutter blindness, right? And give you that push that you need, but it's also to be able to track your progress and how incredibly well you are doing. So you are going to walk around your home and you're going to identify all areas of clutter. So here I give you an example in this workbook of what that might look like. You would write down bigger areas, bigger spaces. So you're doing entryway, living room, kitchen, master bathroom, guest bathroom if you have one, bedroom, kids' room, basement, garage, office, dining room, and then you can even specify closet. But we're talking about big, bulky spaces. So this shouldn't take you more than a few minutes. Walk through, cell phone in hand or a notebook, whatever, and just make a list of every single room in your home. All right, that has clutter. Now, once you've made a running list of all areas of your home that have clutter, you're going to rate them from 1 to 5. Number 1 are your eye twitch areas. Okay, so eye twitch is like, you walk into your kitchen and your countertop is covered with stuff and it like makes you cringe, it makes your eye twitch. Those are your eye twitch areas. Okay, so your ones are going to be areas of priority, meaning those are the areas, they're usually high traffic areas like your entryways, your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedroom, maybe even your master closet. Your high traffic areas are going to be the most rewarding for you to declutter. So it's highly recommended that you don't start with an area like a basement or like a garage, but you start with an area where once you declutter it or make progress, it's going to be the most rewarding. So you have that list. And as you can see here on the worksheet, I've labeled it. So for example, an entryway is level 2, living room 2, kitchen, number 1, eye twitch area for sure. Master bedroom is a 2, guest bathroom is a 4 because, if we only host guests once in a blue moon, whatever. The bedroom, the kids' room are 1s, the basement is a 5, the garage is a 4, the office is a 2, the dining room is a 3, and then the linen closet is a 5, right? This is completely subjective. So and this is why I said it's so important for you to walk around your home, because as you're walking around your home, I want you to open up to your space, feel your space. How do you feel when you walk into your kitchen versus when you walk into the guest bathroom, if you have one, right? There's a difference. And that'll help you kind of rate them. So you're going to label each area from 1 to 5 in order of importance. Now, obviously, you'll have multiple 1s, you'll have multiple 2s, maybe multiple 3s, maybe you won't even have a 4 and a 5, right? Maybe you have a teeny tiny space, so you don't need all that. So step 1, we identify all areas of clutter, and then we label them in order of priority from 1 to 5, 1 being most important to declutter, 5 being I get to it when I get to it.
If you're getting value from my video, contribute to my coffee addiction by smashing that like button. And let me know, what room are you thinking of starting with first?
Step 2, taking in an entire room is very overwhelming. Yes, taking in the entire house is like beyond intolerable, but still, taking in an entire room can be incredibly overwhelming. And that is why step 2 is to decrease feelings of overwhelm, stress, and anxiety. And we're transitioning into something that I love, which is bite-sized decluttering, which I find to be the most effective. So what you're going to do in step 2 is you're going to select one of your 1s. So for example, let's say in the previous thing, in step 1, the kitchen was priority number 1, right? So in step 2, we're going to select one of the 1s and we're going to break up the room into smaller, more manageable sections. So we're not like on our to-do list is the entire kitchen, because that is insane. So we're going to take the kitchen and we're going to break apart the kitchen into smaller, more manageable sections. So for example, this is one of my clients. She was starting with her kitchen. We broke up her kitchen into countertop, upper cabinets, lower cabinets, junk drawer, utensil drawer, bakeware, under sink cabinet, kitchen table, the refrigerator, don't forget the fridge and the freezer, the pantry, the stove, and her windowsill, which housed a lot of pots and pans and other things, okay? So this is what we mean by bite-sized decluttering, because when we say kitchen, we can start sporadically all over the space, versus we've identified kitchen, we then took the kitchen and we broke it up into smaller, more manageable decluttering sessions. Step number 3, we are going to identify how frequently you're going to declutter each week. We want to be intentional this year. We want to achieve a clutter-free home, which means that you're going to select how much time per week you can dedicate to decluttering. Now, when I say how much time, it doesn't have to be an hour each day. The frequency with which you can declutter is completely up to you. It depends on you, your schedule, your lifestyle, your priorities, whatever it is. So for example, this is the same client who was decluttering her kitchen, and this was the schedule that we came up with. She's going to declutter in her kitchen Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 10:30. It is because she works part-time and she happens to be off on Monday and Wednesday. So Mondays and Wednesdays, she would declutter for 30 minutes. And then every Sunday, she would declutter for an hour in the morning. So this particular client committed to decluttering 2 hours a week. I have clients that only declutter once a week for 30 minutes. I have clients that declutter 10 hours a week. Very atomic, very fast progress. The amount of time that you're going to be decluttering is completely up to you. It's whatever you can do, but you have to stick to your schedule. Now, also keep in mind that the time doesn't have to be that specific. You could just say Monday mornings, Thursday afternoons, Saturday and Sunday mornings, right? Some people work better with like specific times. It helps to overcome procrastination. Some people prefer the flexibility of just saying, I'm going to declutter 2 days a week, Monday and Wednesday in the morning. But you have to commit to some kind of schedule. You have to pencil it in. If you have like a calendar, a daily planner, pencil it in. If it's not written down, chances are it's not going to happen. Another thing that really helps people, especially if you're somebody who suffers from ADHD, is to, number one, don't do marathon decluttering. If you are somebody who suffers from ADHD, I don't recommend 30-minute, 45-minute, 60-minute sit downs. Try to do 10 minutes, 15 minutes more frequently, maybe. And the other thing that tends to work for everybody across the board is setting alarms. So if you have committed, you're going to be like, Monday, I declutter for 30 minutes. When you start decluttering, set an alarm for 30 minutes. When the alarm goes off, stop. A lot of you, by the way, if you practice setting alarms, a lot of you are going to go over the 30 minutes. Anything over the time that you've identified for yourself is bonus points. It's reward points, right? But as long as you meet that 15 minutes or that 30 minutes, again, you met goal. And the most important thing is consistency. This is a habit. Decluttering is a habit. It's a skill that we have to learn or relearn. And it takes at a minimum 30 days to build a habit. So the more consistent that you can be with your schedule, the more likely you are to actually continue the decluttering process.
If you're brand new to decluttering, you can check out this video next where I walk you through 5 simple steps to get you started. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching. Good luck on your decluttering journey, and remember to be good to yourself.